Hi, I'm Bob Christ. I'm a professional photographer. Chances are you've seen some of my photographs in National Geographic Traveler, Smithsonian, and Islands magazines, or in one of my books, such as In Tuscany. But I'm not here to talk about my pictures, but yours. We'll start by showing you some of the features and functions of your new Nikon digital SLR camera, and then we'll go take some pictures. Then we'll come back here, download, and print some pictures. You know, by purchasing your Nikon D40 or D40X, you've taken the first major step towards being able to easily create incredible pictures. And because they're Nikon digital SLRs, they're ready to fire instantly whenever you're ready to shoot. As small and light as they are, they won't ever slow you down. The Nikon D40 and D40X are nearly identical. The primary difference between the two models is the 6.1 megapixel imaging sensor in the D40 and the higher resolution 10.2 megapixel sensor in the D40X. Both cameras give you the ability to create breathtaking images. You know, whenever I get a new camera, I'm really eager to start taking pictures, and I expect you feel the same way. So I'll quickly show you how to get started having fun with your camera. While some of you will want to learn everything about your new camera, I suspect even more will just want to take the anxiety out of the new camera learning curve and just get started. Our goal with this Nikon School DVD is to have you taking great pictures in no time. To learn even more, watch the supplementary DVD from Nikon School, Understanding Digital Photography. Now here's a tip. I earn my living taking pictures professionally, and I still make it a point to study each camera's instructions to learn as much as I can about its controls and settings. I even carry manuals in my gadget bag, keeping them handy for occasional reference. First, let's put on the lens. Take the rear lens cap off with a twist. Then line up the index mark on the lens with the index mark on the camera body. And then rotate the lens counterclockwise until it clicks. Now, take off the front cap by squeezing these two buttons together and pulling the cap away from the lens. I've been charging the battery for about an hour and a half, and I see the charge lamp is no longer blinking, so I know it's fully charged and ready to go. You know, one of the things you'll appreciate with the rechargeable battery that came with your camera is that each charge lasts a long time. In fact, you can expect to get several hundred images or more per charge. Before inserting the battery, confirm the camera is turned off. Now that the battery is in and the chamber is closed, let's turn the camera on. Voila, it's on. Now the first time the camera is turned on, you'll see that you need to choose the language and set the time. You use the multi-selector to the right of the display to scroll through these menus and press the OK button in the center to make a selection. Now don't forget to select whether or not daylight savings time is in effect. You'll need a secure digital memory card, or SD card as they're more commonly known. Think of this as the digital film for your camera. You can pick up an SD card where you purchased your camera or anywhere photographic supplies are sold. The greater the capacity of the card, the more photos you can store. And because the D40X creates bigger files than the D40, it will require a higher capacity SD card to hold the same amount of pictures. You'll probably want at least a 1 or 2 gigabyte card. Now the first time you insert a card, you need to format it. If you're using an SD card from another camera, make sure there are no pictures on it because formatting will erase them completely. Turn the camera off before opening the memory card slot cover. Simply slide it towards the back of the camera and pull it out. Insert the SD card and then use the multi-selector to scroll through the menus and find the icon for the Setup menu. Then choose Format Memory Card, select Format, and press OK. You know, one of the nice features of the Nikon D40 series cameras is a viewfinder that you can adjust with a diopter for clear viewing, even if you normally need eyeglasses. Just slide the lever up and down until the focus brackets are in sharp focus. Now you're ready to shoot your first picture. If you've only been using point-and-shoot digital cameras, I think you'll really be pleased with how quickly your new digital SLR focuses and shoots. After turning the camera on, be sure that the mode dial is set to auto. Now this mode allows you to shoot pictures with point-and-shoot simplicity. As with any camera, holding it steady is important if you want sharp images. Hold the hand grip with your right hand and let the camera body and lens rest in your left hand. This way, you'll have good access to the zoom ring for the lens and the camera controls. Keep your elbows propped lightly against your torso. You'll find that this grip works well for both horizontal and vertical shots. Start by looking at your subject through the viewfinder. Now, an important difference between SLR cameras like the D40 and D40X and point-and-shoot cameras is that you can pose through the viewfinder, not the monitor. The super sharp and clear image you see through the viewfinder is just one of the ways in which you take control of your images. With the zoom lens, you can choose to get close to your subject and fill the frame, or go wide with a more encompassing view. It's as simple as rotating the zoom ring. Try it. So let's take that first shot in an area that's very bright, so we probably won't need the flash. Okay, Cindy, I'm going to get a shot of you here in the sunlight. Now right away you'll notice how one of the 3 focus brackets will light up on your subject, and you'll hear a beep. That means your picture is in focus. Just squeeze the shutter release button all the way, and you've taken your first picture. Now, if you're taking pictures where the light is a bit low, when you press the shutter release halfway to focus, 2 things will happen. 1, in the auto mode, the camera will pop up the flash automatically when it senses low light. 2, a light on the front of the camera called the AF Assist Illuminator will help the camera focus your subject correctly. The flash will fire when you squeeze the shutter release all the way. And that means no more missed shots in low light. Think of that.
And... oh, that was easy. Look.
Wow, great job. Look at that. Okay, so you've taken a few pictures. One of the key benefits of digital cameras is the ability to view them immediately and discard any unwanted photos. Right after you take a picture, it will show up on the LCD monitor. You can take a quick look or just go back to taking more pictures. If you want to delete it right away, it's as simple as pressing the delete button twice. The icon looks like a little trash can. Now, I've mentioned several times how easy it is to make great pictures with the D40 and D40X, but we can all use a little help from time to time. So your camera has a help button built right in. Whenever you're in a menu, you can just press this button with the question mark icon and get instant answers. Now, too bad the rest of life isn't that easy. And in some instances, messages will appear automatically on the camera's display. For example, when the light is too low to shoot in or no lens is attached. There are 5 main menus which you access with the touch of the menu button. There's the playback menu, where you can review and select a number of photos for deletion and choose other options like slideshows that you can show on your television. The shooting menu lets you set the basic settings like picture size and quality. Now, I tend to save pictures at the fine level with large files. That way, I can always make terrific enlargements, and it's easy to make smaller files later for email or for the web. You'll take up more space on your memory card with large files, but memory is relatively inexpensive these days. In the custom setting mode, you'll find a variety of options to customize the way your camera operates, from turning off the beep sound when you focus to changing the shooting mode from a single shot at a time to a continuous series of shots. With the setup menu, you can change the look of the monitor to suit your personal preferences. For example, you can leave the default option set to simple or choose the full menu to see all of the camera's menu options. You can even customize your own menu with My Menu option if you want to simplify your choices. There are even more options on the setup menu, so remember to press the help button if you have any questions. Now, the retouch menu lets you create trimmed, resized, or retouched copies of the pictures you've taken.